and take care of recording and summary also. Shambhave Namaha, Shambhave Namaha, Shambhave Namaha. Om Om Yo Brahmanam Vidadati Purvam Yo Vai Vedanscha Prahinoti Tasmai Tamha Devamatma Buddhi Prakasham Mumukshurvai Sharanamaham Prapadye. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartribhyo Sarvopaplavarahitah Prajnanaganaha Pratyagartho Brahmaivahamasmi Brahmaivahamasmi. Vedantartha Vibhasakaya Gurave Shantaya Sannyasine Nanavadi Nagendra Sanghapavaye Yogindra Vandyaya Cha Mohadvanta Divakaraya Bhagavat Padavridham Vibrate Tasmai Bhashakrite Namostu Satatam Purnaya Bodhamane. सर्वतंत्र स्वतंत्राय सदात्माद्वैत वेदिने श्रीमते शंकरार्याय वेदांत गुरवे नमः. योऽवतीर्ण इहाचार्य रूपेण यतीनामुदे श्रीमन्नारायणं वन्दे तं हरिं करुणानिधिम्. मननाख्यं प्रकरणं वासुदेव यतीश्वरैः रचितं विस्तरेणाद्य संग्रहेण प्रकाश्यते. बालानामुपकाराय मम विषयानसिद्धये तत्र श्रीबालगोपाल कृष्ण सन्निहितो भवेत्. It is an unanimous experience that one experiences dukkha. Ask anyone whether that person is an Indian or a non-Indian, man or a woman, young or old, educated or uneducated, rich or poor. Dukkham is experienced. Now you ask, what is it that you are going to call as dukkham? What is it that is defined, understood, cognized by you as dukkham? Something from which you want freedom, that from which you want freedom is dukkham. For example, somebody, now this is a young man, and he is totally, absolutely infatuated with this lady, girl, and he wants to marry her, marry her, marry her, marry her. And then he marries her. 5, 10 years in the line, then he says, I want to separate, separate, separate from her. Now tell, what is dukkham? First of all, in the beginning, for him, separation from that woman was dukkham. Then living with her was dukkham. So in the earlier days, because he could not live with her, it was a dukkham for him. And then later on, because he was living, that living became dukkham. Now, living with her or separation from her is dukkham. What is dukkham? None of this is dukkham. Dukkham means that what you want to be free from. If you want to be free from, if you want to be free from the separation, then the separation is dukkham. And if you want to be free from living together with her, then living together is dukkham. So this is dukkham or that is dukkham is not a thing. Anything can become dukkham. And that is why the same person who seems to be quite entertaining and interesting in the beginning also can become very boring and in fact overbearing. That you finally will have to say, oh, I have to tolerate him. I don't know how I tolerated this man. My father got me married to him and I am tolerating. My father got me married also because I was insisting. I should have listened to my father. My father said, this man doesn't seem, I should have listened to him then. But now what? Tolerating. You see? So now, what is dukkha means that what you want to be free from. And therefore, dukkha is also called as bondage because bondage is opposite of freedom. Why is dukkha bondage? Because this is what you want to be free from. So now, now your understanding about dukkha is refined. Not getting to eat idli is dukkha. Some sadhus, a lot of sadhus, they come. What happened over here? Now, it is said that when one wants to take the life of sannyas and all, one should go towards the Himalayas, north, Uttar, Disha. You know this or not? क्या हो गया ये? There is some problem here or what? K. Sundaram, you have some problem, huh? Yeah? What
I
happened?
think he has turned his camera on.
Okay, okay, okay. ठीक है. So these people come. That person has lived all his 20, 30 years, 40 years there in Tamil Nadu, eating every day and night idli only. Because this is what I have found very interesting about people from Tamil Nadu. At home also they are cooking idli, and when they go out to the restaurants also they will order idli. Then what was the point? You should sit at home only, na? पता नहीं क्या करते हैं. नहीं, I have, I respect my South Indian friends, all of them, unexceptionally, as a rule. Uh, then these people come, and now here in North India, in the ashrams, even this ashram culture is not there in South India. That any Mahatma can go into any ashram and food will be served without questioning. When you go to these ashrams in South India, you leave this Uttar Pradesh and go anywhere, scrutiny is there. In over here, anybody on the kshetra that food is being served, anybody can go and just sit. Food will be served. But now these people have great difficulty, that tamarind rice, Swami, tamarind rice, puliodre, pulio sadam. That sadam you do not get. Now what? This is dukkham. Hey, this is dukkham, that is dukkham. Nahi, dukkham is just that what you want to be free from. Then take one of the people from Punjab, from Delhi, and make him live in Tamil Nadu for 1 week. Right? Then even if he goes to a restaurant, he will order masala dosa with paneer in it. They are doing all jadoo like that. So for this fellow, eating that idli day in and day out is dukkham. For this fellow, now he comes, he eat rotis day in and out, can become. So what is dukkham? Dukkham is nothing, sir. Neither that nor this. Dukkham means that what you want to be free from, isn't it? Sometimes you want to be left alone, and sometimes when you are alone, you are bored, and that's why you want company. So having company is boredom, is dukkham, or being alone is dukkham. Nothing. Dukkham is just that what we want to be free from. That's why dukkham is a unanimously experienced thing, phenomena. The question was raised as where does this dukkham come from? Because there are only 2 points, Atma and Anatma, me and that what is not me. So if there is dukkham, then dukkham has to be, it should belong to either the self or the non-self. And by that belonging, what is meant is it the nature of the self or not? And we have seen dukkham cannot be called as the nature of the self. In fact, our experience, because we are not paying attention to our experience, we are not becoming wise. To be wise, you don't require special experiences. To be wise means you are learning, understanding, scrutinizing, analyzing your own experience, no matter how insignificant it is. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, the waking experience, the dream experience, and the experience of deep sleep is equally available to everyone, all of you. But when you pay attention to what exactly is this experience of deep sleep, etc., you will understand that this dukkham does not belong to Atma. It is not the nature of the self. It is not the nature of the self. So how is this? Where is it coming from? So it is saying, where is it coming from is another thing, but this is only something that comes and goes. Agantukam, which means it is conditional. If the condition is present, if the nimitta is present, then the naimittikam will also be there. Remove that condition, and then that what is existing because of condition will also not be there. For example, the light filters through your window panes, which are stained glasses, let us say red color glasses. So the light falling in your room will be all red light. Now the light in your room is red because of a condition. If this condition is not there, the red light is not going to be there. So therefore, what is the cause of red light? The condition, the nimitta. If this condition is removed, the red light goes away. Like that, whatever is the condition because of which dukkham suffering is there, if that condition is removed, suffering will also not be there. You got it? So therefore now we have to find out what is the cause of suffering. Okay. And in this investigation on the cause of suffering, you you as a student of Vedanta, you will have to reach that point up to where you are able to see ignorance is the cause of suffering. Presently, what is our state? He is the cause of my dukkham. She is the cause of my dukkham. That circumstances, my school teachers, my education system, so on and so forth. Right? But as a student of Vedanta, where do you have to allow? Up to what point has your buddhi got to go in its analysis of the causality of dukkham is ignorance. You cannot take Vishram before that. Anybody who takes a Vishram, takes a halt before that, because of that halt, now he new philosophy or something comes into existence. Okay? Some people are there who are saying that you are suffering because of karma. And in the modern this thing, spiritualists, it is not karma. They will say karma. Karma, karma. Huh? Karma. That karma has taken over the whole world and everybody. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry has got this word karma in the mouth. And karma, you will suffer because of karma. Your karma will come back to you. That's okay. But what is the cause of karma? That is not. So now suffer up to this point, there is analysis. And over there, the person's intelligence got tired, could not penetrate more. So, in order for your intelligence to penetrate actually into your life experiences, till the point it is able to show you that ignorance is the cause of suffering, that is what we mean by this subtle understanding, that the intellect has become sharp and subtle. And that is the reason why Upanishad says, Drishyate tvagraya buddhya Sukshmaya Sukshmadarshibhi. So now this Atma, Paramatma is seen by those people whose buddhi meaning the cognitive faculty, what has happened to it? That it has become penetrating, agra, very, very sharp, pointed, and that's why it is penetrating. So it can enter into that, into the thick, and then go right up to the point that, so, when they have to do these surgeries and all, where they do the surgeries through the scopes, and those, they have it is so sophisticated thing that extremely minute needles are there, correct? It can penetrate. Drishyate. So now the person is already Sukshma Drishti. He has subtle, the intelligence also has become subtle and also has become penetrating. Okay. So thus, with this kind of intelligence, the person first is able to see the cause of suffering. And with that same intelligence now, which has undergone this transformation and has become subtle and also penetrating, is able to see Atma, the self. Drishyate tvagraya buddhya sukshmaya sukshmavishitihi. Thus, this is the pratijna of the, this is the This is what is pronounced by the Upanishad Shastra. Now we are going to see, well, this dukkham is not swabhavikam, not natural, not springing from the nature of the self. Okay? It is not springing from the nature of the self. Hey, then from where? It where we will see, but it is therefore not swabhavikam, but it is agantukam. And on analysis of your own experience of deep sleep, experiencing deep sleep is one thing, and analyzing the experience of deep sleep is yet another thing. Two things. Otherwise, you will say, oh, now Swami is talking about deep sleep. Let us experience deep sleep, and you will go to sleep over there. Don't do that, please. I know I talk slowly and times can be very boring, but you don't have to sleep there right away. You have to analyze your sleep experience. Hmm. Okay. What happened over there? The final discussion that we left last evening was Tasmad Atmanaha Sukhameva Swabhavikam Dukkham Agantukam Iti Janihi. So the teacher tells the student, this disciple, Atmanaha Sukhameva Swabhavikam, that this Sukham, peace, joy is your nature. In fact, joy means infinite joy is your nature. Ananta Sukham is your nature. Immeasurable joy is your nature. Dukkhamagantukam. And suffering is how? Suffering is conditional. Okay? Aupadhikam. But he's saying agantukam. Something which comes. Comes means if it comes means it will go also. The reason what has brought it, if that reason doesn't stay, even this will leave. Like some friends will stick to you only when you have a lot of money. And slowly they will leave you when you are in difficult times. And that's why there is that proverb: a friend in need is a friend indeed. Who is definitely a friend who can stand during your difficult time? Somebody who stands with you along with you in your difficult times. But there are these friends, they are conditional. How are they conditional? That when there is money and so you are having throwing parties and all that, so this fellow can come and stand. Oh, very good friend, very good friend. But when that money finishes, because all the time this thing is not going to be the same. Huh? The scales in the hands of destiny are going to go up and down, and be prepared for it. There's nothing wrong. Oh, Swamiji, please don't talk like that. And nothing wrong about it. Don't be silly. This is Viveka. So over there like that. Sukham swabhavikam atmanaha sukham swabhavikam dukkham agantukam. How did he understand? By analyzing his own experience of deep sleep. We are not doing some psychoanalysis, okay? This analysis is not psychoanalysis. This is just analyzing what exactly was available in the state of deep sleep. That's all. What is there, what is not there in the state of deep sleep. And nothing, you people are asking me, Swamiji, how to meditate. This is how. Sit with your eyes closed. Recall your experience of deep sleep, the most peaceful sleep that you, and what was available, what was there, what was not there. What was there before the sleep, what was there after the sleep is not the question. What was there during that period of deep sleep? Even the ego is absent. So to find out, nah, and on, it's not difficult. Just sit until you find. And when you find you, this is what your discovery is going to be. Atmanaha sukham swa. Agantukam. This is your reward you're carrying. Now, Sukham is something which is all going to be with you always. Nobody can snatch it away. Nobody can destroy it. Nobody can take it away. Nobody can increase it. Anything. That is your nature. Oh, oh. And that's why when the moment a person realizes this, now he no longer becomes dependent on the anatma vastu. He does not become dependent on the anatma vastu. There is this independence, freedom. Because all our dependence on anything or anyone is only with the idea that this is this person, this object, this situation, is the cause of my sukha. That is all what that is all what your dependence is. What else is dependence? Isn't it? That this person, this object can give me security, can give me joy, can give me peace, so on and so forth. But when you analyze that and come to this conclusion through the analysis of your deep sleep, there is this freedom. Now, that freedom also means that there are no grudges against anyone. No grudges. Because every grudge means that this was the person who made me suffer. This is the situation which made me suffer. And therefore, I have something against him. You see, I have something against him. So now that freedom means no grudge, no regrets that I missed the bus. No, sir, you have not missed anything. Whatever had to be attained by you is already there with you. Now, just this much of understanding has come to you through a little viveka. Then imagine what is what is the amount of sukham and peace of a brahmacharya. There is no regret, there is no grudge, there is no uh, what do they call blame game, no nothing, no vanity, no guilt. There is this one saint of the 17th century or maybe 18th century. He came from extremely low cadre of society, but his words are phenomenal. He writes in his words that our life, meaning life of people like him, that their lives are like the stream water of Ganga. अवघे जीवन गंगाओं घाट से पानी. The entire life is as pure as clean. Of course, we have polluted Ganga now, but
जी
अवघे
मुझे
जीवन गंगाओं घाट से पानी. What, Mirabide, you want to say something?
हाँ वही वो अभंग
Hmm.
नाही पुण्याची मोजणी नाही पापाची टोचणी जिणे गंगौखाचे पाणी जिणे गंगौखाचे पाणी नाही पुण्याची मोजणी नाही पापाची टोचणी.
So at that point, thank you. Very nice. So he says that, I'm not bothered whether I'm going to gather virtues in life. Virtue means that punya, by which I will have more joys and joyful experiences. Oh no, I'm not bothered about that bank balance. Nor am I bothered about papa, काय नाही पुण्याची मोजणी नाही पापाची टोचणी. No regrets, no guilt, free from that. Jine Gangau Ghase Pani. Living life is like the clear waters of Ganga. Clear water, and also Ganga is Pavitra. See, like that. Can. Now, therefore, what is the conclusion? Tasmad Atmanaha Sukhameva Swabhavikam Dukkham Agantukam Iti Jani. Now, sir, there is Dukkham, and you said that it is Agantukam. But what is it that brings it? So now here he goes. Dukkha hetu janma. What is the dukkha hetu? Hetu meaning cause. What the cause is janma. In other words, it means sharira parigraha, acquiring body, acquisition of body. The moment you have one has acquired body and identifies this is what is me and mine. So because with this body, we have both the identities, that it is mine as well as this is me. Both both the pratyayas are used for it. Like this this pen, you can say is mine, but you never say is me. Aham and mama, these are the two pratyayas. But with this body, you use them both. Aham and mama is me as well as mine. So this claim of ahanta and a claim of mamata is what we will. And when will it be possible? When you are born, and therefore janma is the birth itself is dukkha hetu. Being born and not suffering is impossible. Being born and not suffering is not possible. And that's why he's going to say, show you a vyapti. Sukha swarupasyaatmano dukkham sharira parigrahena agatam. This atma, that I, is Sukha Swarupa. Is how? Sukha Swarupa is the very nature of joy. It's what is the nature of this self? Joy. Therefore, joy is not a state of mind when you are able to get some desired object. There is a different phenomena which is taking place. You know this? Suppose, when is it that you experience intense happiness? When you get an object which was intensely desired by you, isn't it? If you get the same object which was not intensely desired by you, but somebody else, for him it becomes a very intense moment of intense joy. But for you, it becomes very ordinary. That is the reason why you have These people, these children from very, very affluent families, beta kya chahiye, what do you want? And, they have cooks and everything and they're ready, whatever they want. So now they have no fun. But an ordinary family, and then, oh, one day we will have pizza outside once in a month. Now these children, when they go out, they're excited about it. But this fellow, he can get pizza even in middle of the night because the cook is there. You understand? So therefore, what you are actually experiencing as intense happiness, etc., is when you have intense desire. That is what it is. Actually, it is not the intensity of the desire. The intensity of desire actually had blocked your own nature, covered your own nature. And when that desire was fulfilled, the desire was no longer there blocking your own light of joy. And therefore, when that goes away, there is. So, what is it? It is not any desire fulfillment which brings experience of joy. Actually, it is when the desire has got eradicated, there is experience of joy. It is not in fulfillment of desire, it is in eradication. When it is fulfilled, the desire is eradicated. And that's why, so the joy is of of the self only. The nature of the self is sukham, and it becomes evident. Like the clouds covering the sun. When the clouds part, the sun shines. So is it the sun shining because the clouds have parted? Or the sun was always shining and the sun got covered because of the clouds? What is happening? Did the clouds make the sun shine or what? Did the parting of the clouds make the sun shine?
No.
And that's
No.
why now the shine, the illumination is the nature of the sun. You see? So also Sukham is the nature of the self. Nobody can take it away. So that's why even insecurity also goes away. That's why he who realizes what is the true nature of the self becomes free from insecurity. Otherwise, insecurity rules your psychology, your every response, every thinking pattern, everything is controlled, ruled by insecurity. Dukkha hetur janma. What is it? Sukha swarupasyatmano dukkham sharira parigrahena agatam. All right. So that Atma, which is of nature of the joy, gets to experience this dukkham. Why? Because of this dukkham, which is there seen in the self, where because of sharira parigraha, because of acquiring a body. How is the body acquired? Okay, there is another thing. You know, the mother and father and so and so. Body is created, but acquiring the body is a different thing. Okay, sharira parigrahena agatam. So what is the vyapti? Yatra yatra sharira parigraha tatra tatra dukkham. Like what is the vyapti in case of mountain and that fire and the smoke? Yatra yatra umaha Tatra tatra vanihi. Wherever there is smoke, there is fire. Wherever there is smoke, there is fire. Now, what has this allowed you to understand? This has allowed you to understand that the, the cause of the smoke is fire. Okay. So now, wherever there is fire, there is smoke, is not the case. Wherever there is smoke, there is fire. Because you have smokeless fire also. Yeah. Similarly, there is this vyapti. And because of vyapti alone, one is able to advance the inferential knowledge. So, what has allowed you to know there is fire in the mountain? Obviously, your eyes have not reported there is fire in the mountain because that mountain is 10 miles away. You don't see the flames. Okay. Nor are you experiencing the heat on your skin because you're 10 miles away from the mountain. So what then the Pratyaksha Pramana has not allowed you to know the presence of fire in the mountain. So what is it that has allowed you to know the presence of fire in the mountain? Then you say inference.
Anumanam.
Inference. But how did this inference take place? Because you already have this vyapti with you. You already have this vyapti. What is the nature of that vyapti? How is that vyapti with fire and smoke? Bhanu?
Yatra yatra dhumaha tatra vanhi.
Tatra tatra vanti. Got it? Wherever there is smoke, there is fire. Don't go the other way. Wherever there is fire, there is that it will be erroneous. It is just this way only. This is the vyapti. Wherever there is smoke, there is. If you did not have this knowledge before, if you did not have this vyapti, you can see the smoke, but yet you will not know the presence of fire in the mouth. Correct? So what has allowed you to for your knowledge to be advanced? How did this is a mountain, knowledge one. But that mountain has fire in it is an advanced knowledge about the mountain. Correct? So what has pushed your boundary of knowledge further is the vyapti, what is required for inference. Got it? Got it? Similarly, over here, we have a vyapti. Yatra yatra sharira parigraha tatra tatra dukkham. No matter what sharira it is, dukkham will be there. This dukkham will not be there. Let us say, some people in last few decades of this century in India desire to go out and settle. Why? Because unemployment is rampant, hygiene is compromised, too much of population, and they will not be paid as much as they will be paid outside for their qualifications, isn't it? So they all migrated to the first world countries. So now they do not have problems of electricity. They do not have problems of these, roads, Indian roads. They don't have the problem of population, noise pollution, so on and so forth. So all the problems of living in India are not there. But does that mean that their problems are finished? Now problems of living there have started. Huh?
जी हाँ
Problems of living there have started. Go to Hong Kong and see, ask, where is she gone? I don't know. That
जी
when I
स्वामी
was
जी
there in Hong Kong, I
जी
read one article that time only
हम्म
in some the newspapers that were brought
जी
in the whole world. The most stressed country or city is Hong Kong. है कि नहीं? Everybody is under stress. कुछ भी नहीं है फिर भी stress.
तो अभी हम
प्रसाद कैसे?
स्वामी जी को बुलाते हैं ना हमें डी स्ट्रेस करने के लिए
Very smart. Yeah, chalo. But you see, what I'm saying is that we may not have problems of Indian life, but we will have problems of living there. Problems don't cease. Similarly, you may be living in a human body of a woman. Next time I want to be born as a man. Born as a man, then you discover what are the problems. No, no, then I don't want to be born as a human being. I want to be born as a parrot. So that poor parrot, ask him his problems. Do you think that the parrot is happily singing and swinging on those trees and eating only some ripe fruits? Ah, the poor thing, ask what problems it has. So whatever body that may be acquired, there will be problems of that body. Will anybody be free from suffering? Therefore, what is the vyapti now? Yatra yatra sharira parigraha tatra tatra dukham. You have come to this. Now you have become intelligent. Now you can push your boundaries of knowledge further. चलो आगे बिकॉज व्याप्ति है तुम्हारे पास संगीता मलिक व्हाट इज द व्याप्ति
यत्र यत्र शरीर परिग्रह तत्र तत्र दुखम।
ठीक है मेरा भाई ठीक है मेरा बेटे सुनाई नहीं दे रहा चलो नहीं सुनाई कोई बात नहीं यत्र यत्र शरीर परिग्रह तत्र तत्र दुःखम इति व्याप्ते ननु लोके राजादीनामपि शरीर परिग्रहेण खम asti nava iti chet. Now we have our own imaginations that we only living like this in poor conditions. We are whatever are our resources are never adequate, and we somehow have to manage, make the ends meet. Huh? Then there are people who are, rolling in riches, wealth. They have got a word for that. Filthy rich. Huh? Filthy rich. You understand what they're doing? Yeah. उड़ा रहे हैं. Then let us consider that these are the people who are very, very rich and not powerful. Who can that be? Some king those days. So Raja Dinamapi Sharira. So Raja also has Sharira Parigraha. Why will he suffer? He has lot of, people are praising him. Better, people better praise him. All the time that he listens to his praises. Then food of his choice, and he gets to marry also by his choice. And everything is at his what do they call? What do they?
This is
Huh?
disposal.
Disposal. Snap of his fingers. Uh, everything is available. So, Swamiji, if somebody is living like that, ask Michael Jackson. He lived in a house like that. What was it named? Natalie, what was it? Wonderland.
Was it
Yes, I
never,
think so.
never, Neverland, Neverland,
Oh, Wonderland is Alice in Wonderland. This is Neverland.
Neverland,
Neverland.
Neverland.
Neverland. Oh, lived in such a luxury and everything. Ask, he does not have problem. Oh, poor thing. Uh, no audio here. क्या हो गया? मीराबाई.
जी हाँ,
चलो
या
चल.
आने लगा.
नाही येत ऐकायला.
बीच में 2 मिनट कुछ सुनाई नहीं दिया.
आता काय करायचं?
अभी आ रहा है.
तिकडे कनेक्शन चांगलं नसेल. काय हरकत नाही, ठीक आहे.
अभी आ रहा है.
नंतर ऐका. Then what happens is this. राजादीनामपि शरीर परिग्रहेण दुःखमस्ति न वा? Iti chet, if this is your question, then astyeva, even those people also suffer, who are filthy rich, who there is no dearth of any resources. They don't have to worry about tomorrow. What about tomorrow? They don't even have to worry for 7 generations. That much these politicians and people have, gathered. Yet they will have their own set of तेषामपि शत्रुपीडया राज्यभारेण धनधान्यक्षयेण स्त्रीपुत्रादि मरणेन जरादिना स्वमरणेन च दुःखदर्शनात्. Even those people who are extremely powerful and they have all these resources at their disposal, they also have come. Can you name few? Yes. Shatrupidaya. That they feel that there is always some contender wanting to push them and take their place. There is always a contender who wants to push them away and take their place. So Shatrupida is there. Rajya Bharena, now to run that empire is itself one pida, the stress of running it all. And then Dhanadhanyakshayena. Now, when one comes to know that, that the resources are depleting and all that, it may not be worrisome like you and me, where tomorrow what will we eat is not the question. But he sees it depleting, and so it becomes a problem. So dhanadhanya kshayena. Well, then even in his case also, the people whom he loves, will they die or not? He may have the best of doctors, yet Stri Putradi Marane, then he will also find that his own energy is also declining. Jara, old age is setting in, and therefore that also becomes a cause of concern. Swamaranena, and then his own impending death. All the dukkha darshanat, they also suffer. Loke kechit sukhena vartante iti vyavaharo vritha moha eva. And people of this world who say that, well, he does not have any problem. He is living a great life. He is having a blast. Now, all those things are said is what? Is a useless delusion. And that's why now, once when this is clear, now you will not have, oh, I want to live like him. Now, when that thing goes away, even competition goes away. तुमचा तुम्हाला लक लाभ है ना? Gone away. Why? Because you are also suffering only. What will you do? केचित् सुखेन वर्तन्ते इति व्यवहारो वृथा मोह एव iti. Okay, so we will stop over here, and we have understood the vyapti. Yatra yatra sharira parigraha tatra tatra dukkham. This is the vyapti. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayam Sutrabhashitau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murtibheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinam Taye Namaha. Thank you.